Hello, welcome. In this session, I am going to discuss about alignment of railway lines. What is the alignment of a railway line and why it is important and what are the basic requirements of an ideal, it means ideal alignment of a railway. I am going to discuss. Understand? Anas? So this is the basic thing of a railway track or of any highway or of any roadway. The alignment is the basic thing, and one more thing we can say that alignment is the central line of a railway or central line of a highway is called as a alignment, because alignment is the most important thing. It is the basic thing. Without alignment there is no way, and without alignment there will be no path, and without alignment there will be no railway and no highway. Even if you plan for alignment there will be a alignment, and also if you don't plan for alignment on the, even though there will be alignment, understand or no? So alignment is a component, or alignment is a basic thing of anyway. I will tell you that alignment of railway line refers to the direction and position given to the center line of the railway track on the ground in the horizontal and vertical planes, understand or no? So alignment of railway line refers to the direction and position given to the center line of the railway track on the ground in the horizontal and vertical planes. Understand? Or no? So horizontal alignment refers to the direction of railway track in the plan, including the straight path and the curves it follows. Okay, now. So the vertical alignment refers to the direction it follows in vertical plane, including the level track, gradients, and vertical curves. So the various factors affecting alignment and the types of track alignments and their suitability in different terrains are to be discussed, and are most important thing. It means in which area how to alignment, understand or no? It means like so many terrestrial, it means so many geographical variations will be there, like some places hills may be there, some places valleys may be there, some places ground may be even, some places ground may not be even, and some places digs may be there, and some places it is not possible, and some places rivers may be there, and in some places what even water ponds may be there. So many terrestrial variations are there, and in each and every case how to align, and basically what is alignment and what is the importance of alignment, I am going to discuss now. So you can see that alignment is two types. What I told you, horizontal alignment and vertical alignment. Horizontal alignment refers to the direction of the railway, understand or no? To the direction of the track in the plan, including the straight path and the curves it follows. Okay, now. So and also the vertical alignment refers to the direction it follows in a vertical plane, including the level track. It means including the level track gradients and vertical curves. So the alignment is, anyhow the alignment is important, understand or no? Okay, we will see. So the topic is alignment of railway lines. So as I told you that alignment of railway line or any highway or of any path, it is the center line, or it is the center of throughout the way or throughout the path or throughout the route. The center of the route or the center of the way or the center of the highway or the center of the track is considered as alignment. So you can see the alignment of railway line alignment of railway line refers to the direction and position given to the center line of the railway track on the ground. So this is called as alignment of the railway line. And one more thing we have to know that alignment, two types of alignments are there. It means horizontal alignment and another one is the vertical alignment. Okay, now. So you can see here, coming to the horizontal alignment, the horizontal alignment refers to the it refers to the direction of the railway track and it means direction of the railway track in the plan, including the straight path and the curves it follows. Understand or no? So this is about horizontal alignment, and coming to vertical alignment. It means it refers to the direction follows in vertical plane including level track, gradients, and vertical curves. So these are the two types of alignments. Either alignment we need to consider in horizontal direction and also in vertical direction, and the alignment which we consider in horizontal direction is called as horizontal alignment, and the horizontal alignment refers to the direction of the railway track in the plan, including the straight path and the curves it follows. And the vertical alignment means the alignment which we consider in vertical direction, and the vertical alignment refers to the direction it follows in the vertical plane, including level track, gradients, and vertical curves. Understand, sir? But so these are the two types of gradients occur at different places of railway track under different circumstances. Understand? No? And one more thing, the various factors which affect the alignment are the type of track alignments and their suitability in different terrains. Understand? No? Okay. And one more thing, we need to know that what is the importance of alignment. Coming to the importance of the alignment, it means a new railway line should be aligned carefully. It means after proper consideration Alignment is nothing but the direction of way or the direction of path. Understand? No? It means it means alignment. It is a line or center line which refers to the direction and position. Understand? No? It means what to say. Alignment is the direction and position given to the central line. And one more thing is that the alignment is the alignment should be aligned carefully after proper consideration. Understand? Because if alignment is improper, I will explain here. If alignment is improper, what will happen? It means the cost of construction will become increased, and also the time of construction will be increased. So the alignment should be properly planned and constructed. Understand? And also, if the alignment have been changes, the entire construction will be wasted. Understand? So, and one more thing we should know that railway constructions are the highly capital constructions. It means that there the government or the respective bodies or the constructions contractors, they will invest huge amount of money. If once the alignment have been changed or once the alignment have been neglected, so we cannot reconstruct them. Understand? So it is difficult to reconstruct. So entire it means the entire project will be failure. Understand? No? And also it can create a lots of financial losses. So alignment should be properly planned, constructed. Understand? No? So this is the importance of alignment. Understand? No? Okay. And next I'm going to discuss about the requirements for good highway alignment. Sorry, requirements for good railway alignment. Okay, now. So the ideal alignment or good alignment of railway line should meet some requirements. It means or should meet some. It means it should meet some requirements or it should have some certain characteristics. So then only that alignment is called as a ideal alignment or good alignment. Understand? No? And the alignment of what to say, new railway line should serve the basic purpose for which the railway line is being constructed. Understand? No? So the purpose of constructing a new railway line may one or more of the following. Understand? No? So I will explain you. See, strategic or political consideration, development of backward areas, shortening of existing rail lines, connecting the trade centers. Okay, now, so these are all the shortening or political considerations also will involve in the railway alignment. Example, so many political, what to say, impacts will be there on rail routes. Okay, now, so and also so many what to say economical impacts will be there. Understand or no? So and also so many terrestrial impacts will be there. So many climate and environmental impacts are there. Understand? So but the ultimate aim of the railways is connect two places to overcome all the difficulties created by it means geography, and also all difficulties created by economy. Understand? No? So that is the main ultimate aim of the railways. Understand? No? So that the good requirements of a railway alignment are it means so many are there. First one is a new railway line should be easily constructable. Understand? No? If we need if we have been created an alignment through a way or for a route, that is not enough. After that also, if we need to rearrange it, or if we need to remake it, or if we need to reconstruct it, or if we need to make some repairs to it, understand or not? So it should be easily. So in that it means in that manner we have to plan and design and construct alignment, understand or not? So the new railway line should fit with the general planning and form a part of the integrated development of the country. Understand or no? So I will explain you that each and everything. I will tell you the requirement of a new railway line should serve the basic purpose for which the railway line is being constructed. And also the railway line should be fit in should be fit in with the general planning and form a part of the integrated development of the country. A part of the integrated development of the country. And also the alignment should be such that it provides maximum safety and comfort to the traveling public. Understand now? So the alignment should provide maximum safety and comfort to the traveling public. And also one more thing is that the alignment should be such that in a way it means the operation, construction and maintenance cost should be low. Understand or not? Alignment should be planned in such a way that its construction, maintenance costs should be low. So these are all the various requirements of the good or ideal railway alignment. So they are the requirement of a new railway line or a railway line or in general a railway line should serve the basic purpose for which the railway line is being constructed. And also the railway line should be fit in with the general planning and form a part of the integrated development of the country. And the railway line should provide maximum safety and comfort to the traveling public, and alignment should be planned in such a way that its construction and maintenance costs should be low. So these are the requirements of a good alignment. Understand or not? And the next one we will discuss about how to select. We will discuss about how to select a good alignment. Understand or not? So this topic is come under selection of good alignment. Understand or not? So for this selection of good alignment, normally a direct straight route connecting 2 points is the shortest and most economical route for a railway line. Understand or not? Understand or not? So it means normally a direct straight route connecting 2 points is the shortest and most economic way only in the case of railways. Not only in the case of railways, in the case of highways also, but there are practical problems and other compulsions which necessitate deviation from this route. So the various factors involved in the selection of good alignment for a railway line are to be discussed. Trying I'm going to discuss that. It means while we are selecting a good alignment for a railway line or for a railway track construction, we need to choose or we need to consider all these points. What I'm going to say, it means all these things we need to take in account. After analyzing all these things, then only we can go to plan for a alignment of any railway track or any railway thing. Understand? So the first one is the choice of gauge. The choice of gauge, and it means three gauges are there: broad gauge, meter gauge, and narrow gauge. Okay, now so in that particular circumstances, which gauge is suitable, that's what we have to select. Because for the selection of gauge also, what is the distance and what is the load and what is the type of trains will travel, all those things we need to consider. Understand or no? So choice of gauge is the most important one. And the next one is the obligatory or controlling plans. Understand or no? So obligatory or controlling points means what are the various during the, it means through the railway track or through the railway line. It means when the route is planned, so on the route or through the route, what are the various things will occur, and it means through which points or through which cities or through which places the route is going. Understand? So that one also is to be considered while planning for a good alignment. Understand? So obligatory and or controlling points means various important cities and towns. Understand? So and also what are the various so many things like bridges, rivers, hills, valleys, mountains, and also side tunnels. So all the things we need to consider, and if problems are there, we need to overcome them. If necessities are there, we need to rectify. We need to fulfill them. Understand? No? So by doing all those things, we have to plan for good alignment. And the next one is the topography of the country. It means topography. It means in some places valleys may be there, in some places plain, the ground may be plain, and in some places the ground may be mountain. Understand or not? So other things we need to consider, and then we need to plan for a good alignment, and also some geometrical sorry geological formation are there, and also effect of flood and climate. Understand? And so all these things we need to consider. And one more thing we need to consider, the most important thing is uh, traffic considerations. Traffic considerations, it means I will say the alignment should be selected that it attracts maximum traffic. Understand? It means it should go through number of stations, and it means number of it should cover number of cities, and also in that route also number of trains should move. Understand? No, it means if you are aligning this, it should go through number of important places. Okay now. And I will tell you, in this context the traffic centers should be well planned, and so that the railway line is well, it means if the traffic is very well planned, means the railway line is well patronized, and the gross revenue arising out of the traffic receipts is as high as possible. Understand? So, and also we need to consider most important one is the economic. Economic considerations. Understand? So by using all these considerations, or by taking all these factors into consideration or taking into account, we can or we should plan for a good alignment. Okay now. So we have been discussed that in this session, what is alignment, what is the importance of alignment, and what are the factors we need to take in consideration while planning for a good alignment. Understand? So the alignment of a railway line is extremely important, as the subsequent costs of construction and operation depend, it means they depend heavily on it, and the basic requirements and factors affecting alignment have been discussed in this session, have been discussed. So it means the various types of engineering surveys required for good alignment. Understand? So what are the various types of engineering surveys to be done for a good alignment? I will discuss in next session. I will discuss. Okay now. In this session we have been discussed about what is alignment. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.